Welcome in to episode 3 of the Two Peas in a Podcast.
Did you just say welcome in?
Steve Wilkos to 3 Peas in a Podcast.
Huh?
I don't know.
What?
Well, I didn't say anything. I said welcome in to the third episode.
I thought you said like I forget if it's German or something. There's like a German word for welcome. It's like willkommen or something.
Oh, no, that's not what I said. No. Will come in this episode of Two Peas in a Podcast. There you go.
Why do you?
Anyway, this is a weird-ass intro, but we're running with it. We're going.
Anyway, back to reality.
Yes. Oop, there goes gravity. Today we've got a couple of different things we're going to talk about. We're going to discuss episodes 3 and 4 of Agatha All Along.
Agatha!
I've got a little bit of a game that I've prepared in here.
Ooh, a game.
And there's another little new segment that I want to try out that we have not ever done. We've discussed, but Josh still, I don't know if he understands it.
I probably don't.
But
I don't even remember what it is.
But we'll get into that when we get there. I'm your host, Sean. This is my co-host, Josh. Yes. And this is episode 3. So, is there anything you want to start with before we get into all that stuff? Anything you want to talk about? Well, here's something I'll say. Since the last episode, we have released the single and radio edit.
So, since the last episode, since the last 2 episodes came out on the same day as Square Guy 3, the album. So, the album is out. This past Friday, which was October 4th. Mm-hmm. The third, and probably, I think it's usually I do 3 singles for each album.
Yeah.
So Keanu Reeves, the song, came out as a single. It's the third and last one. That came out on Friday. The single and the radio edit.
Yes.
There's a radio edit, but I haven't actually sent it to the radio yet.
No, so. But there's plans.
There's plans.
We're cooking.
Oh, we're cooking.
We're cooking.
We're cooking like Walter White.
Yeah. Making that blue stuff. Yes, and we also want to give you guys a huge thank you for listening to the album. We've been keeping track of
our
the statistics and
stats
you guys are actually listening to it, and we're very happy. We hope you are enjoying it, and we hope that you enjoyed the first 2 episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, we want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast too. I was looking at the analytics and noticed that we had actually not a lot, but
a few.
We had a few. More than we thought for the first 2 already. So and it's not just us,
Yeah, I think we really only listened to it once each, probably.
Yeah.
So maybe 2 of those are us, but then the rest of them are everybody else.
I really didn't even listen to it that much.
Yeah, I only listened to them once just to make sure that it all went out correctly.
Yeah.
You know, like that's really the only reason I listened to it.
So really, it's just like thanks guys for
it's all of you guys
tuning in for one.
Yes. One more announcement I would like to make because we didn't get to in the previous episodes, but our socials have changed.
Yeah.
Well, our social has changed.
Yeah, so the Square Guy and the Predator's Instagram account
is no longer active.
Yeah, apparently it was attached to... What was it attached to?
Yeah, it was attached to an email that does not exist, and because it does not exist, I can't get into that Gmail account to fix it.
Yeah,
So that Instagram account is long gone.
It's still there, but...
Yeah, it just will not be active. Nothing will be posted there.
It's inactive.
Yes. But we have created a new Instagram account that's already gained some traction, and it is
it's the same as our email, the Fongy Corporation.
Fongy Corporation on the Instagram, and the business email is still attached. It's THEFONGY Corporation@gmail.com. THEOFNGY. So go over there on Instagram. So this is actually, we're okay with the Square Guy and the Predator's Instagram being lost because instead of having 4 different accounts for each thing we're going to do, we now have one specific account that will promote everything, the music, any sort of short films or anything we do in the future, the podcast.
Because now, of course, now that we have the Fongy Corporation, everything's kind of delved off, everything's kind of merged into that one company.
Yeah,
the music, this, whatever else we might be doing.
Yes.
So
go over to Instagram, give that account a follow, and that will keep you updated on things that we are coming out with.
Coming out with.
I also one of the posts I made on that account was for the new logo for the Two Piece in a Podcast, which my wonderful, wonderful, talented sister created for us, and a lot of time and thought went into the logo. It was a lot of discussions between the three of us, how we wanted it to be.
Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, so this is the logo that you are seeing now, or should be seeing, is the official logo for the podcast.
Yes. The only episode that doesn't have the official logo is episode 1. That has the temporary one, but the main logo and the episode logos from episode 2 onwards should be the new official one.
Yes, and who knows? Maybe during holiday seasons there will be changes to it. Maybe we'll holidayify it for a few episodes for that month, or just for that one specific episode. Who knows? We've got stuff in the future that we're planning.
We got plans
that we are going to get into.
We got ideas. Don't you worry.
I think that's it for all the updates, though.
I think so.
Yeah. So once again, big thank you to everybody that has listened so far. We hope you continue to listen, and we hope to give you a Fongy experience going forward.
Kinky Fongy experience.
Yes, let's get Fongy. So with all that out of the way, I think it's time we talk about Agatha. You want to start with Agatha?
Yeah, let's start with Agatha.
Okay, so we're going to start with Agatha. So we have watched episodes 3 and 4. Well, we both did. So I've got some stuff I'm going to write down. Yesterday, we watched... 2 days ago or whatever
2 days ago we watched.
We both watched episode 4 together. And I took a few notes about stuff we should or might talk about, or just things that interested me watching it. So I guess we'll just start with episode 3, which I saw when it came out, so it's been a little bit. But I have some notes here. The big one, the end of the episode. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet.
Which you probably have by this point, especially if it's episode 3.
Yes, so. We're going to be talking about it with spoilers. So just be wary. If you haven't seen the show, go watch that, then come back and listen to this.
I just got an idea.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler war. Wait.
Oh, you're trying to come up with like a thing for it?
A song?
Yeah.
A jingle? Yeah, but whatever I had is
gone
not there.
Now? Cool.
I really went spoiler war.
I really thought you were just going to stop at spoy. And I was like, that's funny.
All right, well, I'll save the song for another time.
So, episode 3, it ended with the death of Sharon.
Yes.
Sharon Hart has passed away.
Actually, it's Sharon Davis.
Sharon Marvolo Davis Hart has passed away, sadly. Well, and she didn't.
This
even
is
want
Harry
to be part
Potter
of
and the
that.
Ballad of the.
You just had a stroke.
This is Harry Potter and the Ballad of the Witches Road. I almost said Vitches Road.
There you go.
Bitches Road?
Vitch is a different movie.
Bitches Road?
Yeah, so Sharon died, didn't even want to be there, and she fucking got bodied.
Yeah, she really was
crazy.
like, damn, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And then wasn't there.
Yeah. I wonder if she's going to come back, though. I mean, she has to, right? They can't just leave that innocent woman dead.
I mean, they can.
I guess so. Well, that'll get... I'll mention something later when we talk about episode 4.
Okay.
But yeah, so Sharon died. It was the first trial. Episode 3 is the first trial, and it's water-themed. When we talk about episode 4, it'll be fire-themed. So I'm assuming all the trials are going to be similar to way that, like, witches in the past have been killed. Like, they usually are like, oh, you're a witch, so you're going to get hanged or drowned, or we're going to set you on fire and all this. So I'm assuming each trial is going to be similar to ways witches have been killed.
Yeah.
Back in when they did that.
I could see that.
Yeah, so...
I could see that happen.
But it'll be interesting. Plus, each trial, I guess, it's supposed to be for one specific witch of the coven.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see whose trial is what. Like Alice's for episode 4 was fire.
Was fire, yeah.
What's her name? I can't remember. Hers was water. So I'm interested to see if Agatha gets a trial, what's hers gonna be.
Yeah, that honestly.
That's what I
want.
What's Lilia's gonna be? What's her trial gonna be about? So it'll be interesting to see all that going forward. This one we can talk about this is kind of just like a general thing. So we're getting to know teen quotes a lot more in these next episodes, and it's still interesting to see who he is actually. Like, is he going to be Agatha's son, which they're hinting at, or is he going to be Wiccan? Is he going to be somebody else entirely?
See, I personally think it's going to be Wiccan, and here's why.
Yeah.
Because Agatha is still, like, traumatized by the whole Wanda thing from WandaVision.
Yes.
Like, literally traumatized. Like,
yeah.
I feel like if she saw Wanda, she would be literally afraid.
Probably. It might be the only time she'd be scared.
Yeah. So, I feel like she's, like, you know, she's bonding with Teen. She's been bonding with Teen this whole time. They get really close, and then and then eventually when this so-called, what do they call that? Not a hex. What do they call it?
Oh, shit. I don't remember. But yeah, the thing that keeps him from saying
his name. As soon as that is gone, is destroyed, he's going to say who he is, and
Agatha's going to get scared.
Agatha's going to realize that it's Wanda, that it could be Wanda's son.
Okay.
Which is Wiccan, we all know.
Okay. That's kind of interesting. That would be for a cool...
She's going to be like, man, I bonded with this kid, only to find out
that he is the spawn of the
I know
person
I know who this is.
Yeah.
Because I think she knows the kids from WandaVision.
Yeah, and
when they were younger.
Well, not only that, but again, if you're saying she was so scared of Wanda, she also knows that the father would be Vision.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, maybe I don't know how they're gonna play it. They could just make it to where, like, they're just literally, because if Wanda died, maybe one of the ways they could be like is like, oh, her soul split into two when she died and went into Wiccan and Speed.
Do you think Vision has like genitalia?
Yes. It's just one screw. I mean, shit, one of his powers is he can change his density.
Well, I guess now I know how he screwed her.
He get...
Well, that's all the time we had. No,
nuts and bolts. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see who they finally reveal the teen is. Also, episode 3. Mephisto was mentioned. Will we see him in this show? Probably not.
Probably not.
Will he get mentioned again? Possibly.
Is he going to show up at some point? Not in this show, but just anywhere? He might.
Well, apparently he is supposed to be an Ironheart.
Really?
Yeah, he's supposed to be played by Sacha Baron Cohen.
Really?
Ironheart. I don't know why Ironheart.
Hello, and my name is Mephisto.
And I like to move it.
I like to move it. We just did a Borat and Madagascar impression.
Yes. I'm my wife. I'm Madagascar.
I'm my wife.
Yeah, so Mephisto was mentioned. That's going to be interesting to see if they just kind of threw the name out there just to be like, oh, the fans have always asked about him. Like,
Eric
this
Voss
will be
has a hernia.
Yeah, no, he probably he fully had a fucking aneurysm when they said it.
They said the name. They said the name.
The new Rockstar studio caught on fire. It's like that meme in SpongeBob where all of the mini SpongeBobs are in his head running around and everything's on fire. That's what happened at the new Rockstar's office.
We got his name. Instead of throwing out, they got it.
No, but yeah, I think they'll mention him again. I don't think it's just a throwaway.
They probably will. I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
Because now I think is the time for them to actually announce Mephisto, even though everybody's been like, when are they going to announce Mephisto?
Yeah.
Now is like the time to do it.
I just don't know how they're going to play him, though, because I don't know. I feel like with Mephisto, they can't make him like a big, like, Thanos level villain. Like, he's going to be more of like your... Maybe Loki, he'll show up every now and then and do something evil.
Could.
You know?
Could.
I mean, shit, now that apparently rumor has it that Tom Holland has signed on for 3 more Spider-Man movies. And,
really?
And he's also supposed to be in the 2 Avengers movies. So it's probably a 5 to 6 movie deal.
Yeah.
And technically, the comic book that No Way Home was based on has Peter make a deal with Mephisto.
Oh.
And so they kind of have something going on. Nobody liked that comic book run where Peter did that. But who knows? Maybe Peter could meet Mephisto. I doubt it, because it seems like they're going more personal with Peter than like supernatural. But
so they might not incorporate that in, especially if it wasn't really well liked.
They might do it with another character, though. They might swap Peter with someone else. You know what I mean?
They could.
Actually, maybe if Teen does turn out to be Wanda's son, what if Wanda's son eventually snaps? Because if you notice throughout the episodes, he's kind of getting a little bit more aggressive. What if he snaps and Agatha can't defeat him? And so Agatha has to then ask Mephisto to resurrect Scarlet Witch, and she puts him in his place.
Maybe.
There might might be something there. Plus, I think in the comics, Mephisto technically created Wiccan and Speed. They're like something like that.
I think so.
I can't remember.
It was something like that. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. I think Mephisto was involved.
Yeah, but that'll be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's pretty much everything that I have for episode 3 that I can remember. So we're gonna go on to episode 4 now.
Episode 4.
The second trial was fire, which is again leading us to think that each trial is gonna be something. Yeah. Based on how witches have died.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. So, yeah, and then this is the sexiest Marvel project,
I think. It's the gayest Marvel project.
Yeah, especially in episode 4, there's a lot of cleavage. I'm just saying.
There is a lot of...
Aubrey Plaza.
Cleavage.
Agatha. Lilia. A lot of cleavage in this.
Some serious cleavage action.
Am I mad about it? Maybe.
But we will say this is the sexiest / the gayest Marvel project yet.
Yeah, this definitely takes the spot that Eternals took, because Eternals had the first sex scene, which I don't think technically is true, but people say it, so No. I mean, shit. The first episode, Agatha was naked.
Yeah.
Remember when she broke out the hex? She ran out the house and butt ass naked, and we saw bare ass.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. So sexiest Marvel show. We'll leave a poll on the Instagram. No, not actually. You won't find that.
Yeah, don't look for it.
Yeah. We also, so in episode 3 at the end, Sharon dies, and so they bury her, and then they're like, oh, we have to call in another witch. So they all do the chant in Latin, and they get Rio, Aubrey Plaza's character. But Aubrey Plaza's character comes out of the grave that they buried Sharon in, I'm pretty sure, because that's what Teen was saying. He was like, Mrs. Davis, and it wasn't her, it was Rio. So maybe Rio took the body of Sharon.
It's quite possible.
Which leads to a theory I have. Is Aubrey Plaza's character Lady Death?
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, because she is supposed to be the Green Witch, and Green Witches are supposed to be the life bringers and stuff.
Yeah.
But what if it's not giving life? What if it's just taking someone's soul and replacing it?
Yeah.
And that gives new life.
Very well could.
Yeah. Plus, apparently, Aubrey Plaza in interviews has said that her character has a big switch towards the end of the show that she thinks fans are going to like.
A big old switcheroo.
Yeah, and then, Lady Death could be an interesting thing. Maybe she finds, I don't know, because Lady Death is... I think she's one of the ones that was mentioned in Thor: Love and Thunder with Eternity and the Watcher and the Living Tribunal. I think Lady Death was up there. So maybe, I know she also has a lot of connections to Deadpool, who just came into the MCU. She also has a relationship with Thanos at some point.
Yeah.
She's pretty big. So if Aubrey Plaza is playing Death, then Mephisto is a very high possibility.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's quite possible she could be Lady Death.
Yeah, so
I think I actually have heard that theory going around too.
Oh, did you? I didn't.
That she's Death.
Okay.
Or some form of death.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about it. I thought it was not. I know I'm not the only one that's ever thought anything ever.
Yeah.
But I thought that I was pretty in the minority when I thought she was Death. But that's a.
It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a big thing, but I've seen it around.
Plus, there's a scene where Agatha and Rio are talking in the sound booth, and Rio is talking about oh, and you took the easy way out, and you sent me down, or up. So down to hell, but also up because now she's technically a goddess.
Yeah.
She's the goddess of death. Not Hela, but...
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But, so who knows? Maybe that's what it's going to be, and that would be interesting, too. So...
I'd like to see that twist. That would be wild.
Yeah. Speaking of Sharon dying, in this episode, Teen dies, very briefly. Well, doesn't die, but he gets super injured. And
he almost dies.
Yeah, I think there's a point where he stops breathing until she does the moonlight thing with the water and then feeds him or puts it on his wound. The fact that they saved Teen but didn't even try to save Sharon is kind of sad.
I don't think they had it. I don't think they could have saved Sharon if they tried.
Well, actually no, that's true, because in episode 4 they mention, oh, well, Sharon had 2 glasses of wine. So was there even enough potion for her to be saved?
Yeah.
So
I think the poison did kill her. Yeah. I think she was dead before they even left the house.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think, no matter what they would have tried, I don't think they would have been able to save her regardless. The only reason they saved Teen, not just because, he was still capable of being saved, but I think he means a lot to Agatha.
Yeah.
At this point.
And everyone else can see it.
Yeah. So I feel like, he came along and he means so much to Agatha by this point that they just... And they knew he could be saved, so they actually tried to save him. Whereas Sharon, Sharon just kind of got dragged into this.
Yeah.
Along.
Nobody knew her.
And
plus, Teen is like the youngest one, so they're feeling more protective, like mothers.
But also, since Sharon drank all that poison, I mean, I don't think she would have been able to. So it's like she didn't even wake up in the house; she was still unconscious.
Yeah.
So I think she was dead by that point already.
Yeah.
I just don't think she had a chance.
Who knows? And then they also hint at Agatha and Rio having a relationship in the past, where they're talking about like, oh, we used to be fun and all this and that.
Maybe that's why she tries to avoid her.
Yeah. And then there's also when they ask Agatha, they're like, oh, well, how many witches did you bring when you were on the road the first time? And Agatha said 1. Was it Rio? Who knows?
Yeah.
But that'll be interesting to see keep going forward. I kind of like their relationship. I will say, as a whole, we'll get into that after I have this one last thing to say. We'll not rank the episodes, but we'll say how we're feeling about the show so far. Lilia is going crazy. She's schizophrenic. She keeps seeing shit.
Yeah.
What she's seeing, her past, somebody else's life, who knows?
She's seen something.
Or someone.
Yeah,
because it's getting crazy. She'll just be,
I'm just kidding.
She'll just be talking about something to someone and then all of a sudden be like, save Agatha or something like that. Like she'll just freak out and she'll just be like,
save Agatha. Save Martha.
Ew, no. But yeah, I think Lilia's got a lot more going on than she's letting on.
Yeah.
And we'll see what that has.
Yeah, she's got something going on inside that head.
Yes. So that's everything I have. Is there anything I missed that you remember that you
you pretty much got it all right there.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Okay. So let's talk about how we're feeling about the show so far. There's going to be 9 episodes? 10 episodes? Yeah, 9 episodes. So we're pretty much halfway through. How are you feeling about the show?
I like the show.
Yeah?
I know it's not everybody's favorite. I've seen it's gotten a few more mixed reviews. Mm-hmm. Not like entirely mixed. Like it's not at like a 50%. Like it's like a 78 or something. Or 70 or 80 or something. Mm-hmm. So it's not getting completely mixed. I know there's a few mixed in there, but I personally love the show.
Yeah.
I think it's a great addition.
No, I'm having fun with it too. I definitely think episode 4 is the worst episode so far.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was pretty good with the whole like detective drama kind of setting.
Yeah, I like the way they did
Episode 2 is cool because that's when they get to the road, like the coven's being built and all this and that. And then episode 3 is good because that's the first trial, and this is our introduction to the road.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not invested in these characters yet. They were just kind of thrown at us, which is kind of the point. But I'm not like, sure, I love Sharon, and we're all joking about like, oh no, she died, and she didn't deserve it. But I didn't have any connection to her to begin with. So when she died, I kind of was just like, really, they killed her.
Yeah.
Like now, I think it was way too early to kill off that character. I do think that Aubrey Plaza, Catherine, Han, and Joe Locke are doing the best.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think they're the best in this cast. I love all their characters. I'm invested. Agatha, I'm already invested from WandaVision.
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza, I'm just invested in anything she's in because she's just that good. And Joe Locke is just killing it as Teen.
Yeah. I'm glad he's got this step in the right direction because Sean hasn't seen it, but as somebody who's seen him in Heartstopper on Netflix, he's a great young actor.
Should I watch that show, Heartstopper? Should I watch it?
You can. I mean, it's mainly... give it a shot. Okay. Give it a shot. I feel like you might enjoy it.
Okay. Who knows?
You might be iffy about it at first, but I think by the time you get caught up with it, you'll be like, okay.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, so Agatha so far, it's okay, I think. It's It's not the best thing Marvel's done.
It's not the best thing.
I didn't expect it to be the best thing.
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes were really strong, though, and then episode 4 kind of, like, mellowed me out a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, there's 9 episodes. We didn't hit the climax yet. Episode 5's usually where the Marvel shows get fucking phenomenal, I think, right?
Yeah.
Episodes 4 and 5. Because that's kind of like the middle point. That's where the climax would happen.
Yeah.
So...
the big thing.
So I'm expecting something big to be revealed in the next episode.
Yeah, me too.
I'm expecting something. Like, like a little bit more from Teen, from about his past, or something about Rio or Agatha being announced or something.
Yeah.
Like something big that'll bring me back. But as of right now, I think I'm at like a 5 out of 10 for the whole show.
Okay.
But when the whole season's out and finished, for the final episode, we'll give our full official ranking.
I'm probably feeling more like a 6.5.
Okay.
7 maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at a 5. I'm right in the middle right there.
Okay.
I'm still hooked. I'm still gonna keep watching. It's not like Echo where I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. But no, it's still good. It's decent. Yeah. I like it. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Agatha, right? That's everything you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty, so I've got a few things that I have here that we can discuss. But I think the one I'm gonna pick is we're gonna do a little bit of we'll do this one first. So there's this idea that I had. There was an idea. So basically it's a game that I'm calling, what am I calling it? Good question. Transplanting Scenes.
Okay.
So just for a little bit of context, because of the name of the show, 2 Peas in a Podcast, I'm thinking all of our segments could be plant-based or botanical-based. Okay. So I literally had 3 Google tabs open on my phone the other day looking at these I don't think I've ever known more about gardening in my life. So transplanting basically means when you take one plant from one location and put it in another location. Yes. So I'm calling this one Transplanting Scenes because what I want us to do is every now and then, we won't do it every episode, but every now and then, I will ask you to think of either a movie scene from any movie, or I'll ask you to come up with some sort of characters from any movie. Okay. And what we'll do, right, is whatever the scene is, we will then act out that scene as the characters that were picked, right? But the trick is not to pick characters and scenes from the same movie. Yeah. You want to try to get like 2 completely different characters. It'll make a lot more sense when we do it this time. Yeah. I think this will be a cool little improv thing because something we like to do is improvise a lot of scenes, and from the things that we've filmed, it's all improvised. I mean, this podcast, for example, but pretty much everything that we've done has been improvised. Right. Shit, even the first Square Guy song we ever wrote was a spur of the moment. We were just kind of like, this rhymes with this, so let's make this the line, you know? Also, a little insider tip. The first ever song written by Square Guy, or for the Square Guy that became what it is now. It was
Haywire from album 1.
Yes, it was Haywire from album 1. The last song we recorded for album 1 was Haywire.
Yeah. And we're talking 10 years after it was written. Because it was written back in 2010.
Yeah.
When we were young and stupid.
Yeah. During COVID, we were bored and we were like, shit, what do we do? And I was like, what if we actually made this?
Yeah, what if we turn these lyrics into actual songs? That's why Square Guy 1 is very different from the rest.
And also, it's not the last song on the album, but technically the last song on the album.
Technically, it's the first.
No, Bus Station is what I was going to go
with. Oh, Bus Station.
Bus Station's not the last song on that album, but it's technically the last one. Yeah. Haywire and Bus Station were both written, I think, within a week of each other.
They were both written around the same time.
Yeah. And then, so Haywire starts the album. Bus Station technically ends the first album.
The material that was written back then that stayed through making the actual album was the entirety of Haywire, the entirety of Bus Station, and the chorus for Nicolas Cage was written around that time too.
Oh yeah, and so was the title for Black Family.
For Black Family, yes.
Yeah, because these are all of the songs from album 1 are all most of the songs from all the albums are inside jokes with us, but album 1 is pretty much either whether it's a title or the chorus or some sort of lyric involved in one of the songs was always an inside joke.
Yeah. And then they developed and we turned them into what they are.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Yes. Well, we hope it's awesome. We like it. We hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
It seems like you're liking it.
There's probably people out there like, what the hell am I listening to?
Oh, no, for sure. No, but you know what I found out? So I went on TikTok and I looked up our sound, like our music to be used as sounds. We have a really big, like, Asian audience. Like, a lot of, like, Japanese and Korean people are using our music for their TikToks.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. But we've got a pretty decently sized, like, Asian market, which I didn't know.
That's wild.
I know. That threw me off, too.
That's why. I wonder how 3's doing over there.
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. Well, to be fair, album 3 came out, 2 weeks ago? And I literally checked 4 days ago on TikTok for the sounds. Most of the songs on album 3 have already been used in at least one TikTok.
Wow.
But again, a lot of them are Asian. Yeah. So that's
still
weird.
that's.
But that's very interesting. Hello to all of our fans, but Asian fans, German fans. There you go. That's not racist. Let's go.
It's not.
We're gonna go into transplanting scenes. Do you like this idea?
I do like this.
This will be fun. We'll see how it goes. If we don't like it or if you guys don't like it, let us know. You can DM us on the Instagram, Fongy Corporation on Instagram, or you can email us, THEFONGY corporation@gmail.com.
THEOFNGYCORPORATION.com. I'm never gonna do that again.
Please don't. So I guess every time we do it, we'll kind of switch if we can remember. Like if you pick the scene this time, I'll pick the scene next time. If we can remember, because again, this isn't gonna be an every episode thing, but it'd be a fun thing to try.
Yeah.
Right? So here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna have you pick a scene from a movie. Right? It could be any scene. It could have multiple characters. It could be a monologue from one character. Anything. Right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to think of a character. Now, if you say a scene that has more than one character, then we'll just, with my character, the one that I pick, we'll just grab another character from that same movie.
Okay.
And that will be, but it can be any scene. So I'm going to think, you're going to think. A moment of silence while we think.
Sorry.
We good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've got my character, you've got your scene. So, what's the scene?
It's from The Matrix Revolutions, the one you haven't seen yet.
Okay.
It's the scene where Neo and Agent Smith are in the rain, like standing in the rain, just the two of them. Like it's the monologue. It's Agent Smith's monologue.
Okay.
Or their conversation.
Okay. And the character I picked was Batman. But like the Kevin Conroy Batman, the animated series.
Okay,
Batman.
I was gonna say like Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Okay, so since I haven't seen the movie, you're gonna have to do the scene.
I have to remember how it goes.
Well, you can look it up.
It's been a while since I've seen.
You can look up the scene. So he picked the scene from Matrix Revolutions. It's an agent. You said Agent Smith.
Agent Smith and Neo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Agent Smith and Neo, but it's an Agent Smith monologue, and he has to perform that monologue as Batman the Animated Series Batman. So Kevin Conroy Batman. As close as you can get.
How does Kevin Conroy's Batman sound?
I mean, just kind of do like what you think a Batman should sound like. Like he perfected that. He's kind of just like he's still got that cadence that Bruce Wayne has where he speaks very sophisticated, but he does it in that Batman gravel.
Kind of like this?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or something like more gravelly.
I am. Wait, how's it? It's
I
am the night. I am vengeance. I am the night.
I am the night.
I am Batman. That was the 89.
I am gay.
It's I'm gay. No, but his voice has gotten a lot more gravelly and deep since he's like before he passed away.
Yeah.
But back then it was very much like I am Batman. So it's got like.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'll let you do this thing.
This is so weird. This is so weird to think about. Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We've missed you. You like what I've done with the place? This is a terrible impression.
No, that's pretty good, though. That's not bad.
And, of course, Neo's like, it ends tonight. You know, all that shit.
It ends tonight, Batman.
Are we doing the whole scene? Cause
no, we don't have to.
Okay.
But that was just a little taste.
Yeah.
But we'll get a lot better at it.
We'll be able to figure it out when we like.
Yeah. After we do it a lot more.
Especially if we know scenes when.
Yeah. When we both know a scene, if we pick two characters, that could be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So that was just something I figured we could try out. I mean, we'll get better at it as we go along. But so for this next one, we're gonna do. I've got matchups. So these are characters that are going to fight, and we're going to discuss who we think would win in a 1v1 fight.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So because a lot of battles determine like, what's the location. So we'll just do a football field. Just a regular, no weapon, well, I mean, unless the character has weapons, but like you can't use anything in the stadium. It's just two people on a football field, and they're going to duke it out. Who would win?
Okay.
All right? So the first one I have is Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
Versus Smaug from Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
In a football field. They're just plopped right in there. They have to fight. Who's coming out on top? Now, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Me either.
But I know Smaug. He's very massive. He's bigger than Toothless.
I honestly think Smaug could take him.
Really?
Yeah, just because of how massive he is.
Okay. I don't know. I think Toothless has a chance.
He has a chance.
I mean, Toothless.
Yeah. It's not going to be a breeze fight. Like,
yeah.
Toothless would do some damage.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Because Toothless relies a lot on other dragons too to help him.
Yeah.
Because he's the king of dragons. But no, yeah, I think Smaug would win, just based on sheer size.
Smaug would win, but it wouldn't be pretty.
Oh, it would be close. It would go on for a while.
Yeah.
It would be like a good couple of days, weeks fight.
Yeah, it would be a serious fight.
Yes, but Smaug I think would eventually come out on top.
Yeah.
At the end of it. Okay, cool. So we agree.
Yeah, Smaug definitely.
Next fight. We talked about this last night when we were playing. Jake Long, American Dragon, versus Danny Phantom of Danny Phantom. Now, you haven't seen Danny Phantom.
I have seen Danny Phantom.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's American
okay.
Dragon Jake Long that I haven't really seen much of.
Yes, okay. I've seen a bit of both. But, look, I'm not being biased. Danny Phantom was the better show, but I think Danny's coming out on top. He's got he has more abilities. He's a lot more refined with it. I mean, sure, Jake at the end of his show he was a little bit better at it, but
no, but Danny Phantom would come out on top because he was able to figure out his powers quicker.
Yeah, I mean, and he can just phase.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Phasing.
Yes. Ooh. Actually, no. I think Jake has an ability because of his dragon form. I think his like dragon skin can like grab things that aren't technically there. So I think he can still grab Danny when he's in phase form. I don't know. But Danny still has like he's got like that scream that he does. It takes out all of his energy, but if it hits you, whoa, your ears are bleeding, your brain is melting. So I think Danny would just come out on top. He's just got more abilities, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if they were both at peak performance and knew what they were doing, I still think Danny's coming out on top.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
for
cool,
sure.
So we agree there. All right. Iron Man versus Batman.
Oh.
And now let me say this. In this first one we're going to talk about, Batman does not have prep time.
Okay. Then in this case, it would be Iron Man.
Yeah, I think so.
Now look, Iron Man and Batman are very similar.
Yes.
You know, they're both rich.
Orphans.
Rich orphans. They both design their own... Well, Tony's not really an orphan. He kind of lost his parents when he was older.
That's true, yeah.
But they both, design their own stuff.
They have their own issues.
But Iron Man does not need prep time.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his tech. He's got Stark tech. He's got his cannons and all that shit.
And also...
Batman has...
They both have multiple suits, but Batman can't just call his, because Alfred's not part of this. Yeah. Tony can easily just, with his one suit that he starts with, he can summon the other suits.
Tony has the upper hand because he has more access and ability to, call a suit or use his abilities, his his weapons and all that.
Yeah, I mean, Tony can just analyze his fight patterns.
Yeah,
even
like if Batman walked in and had his weapons and stuff, he only has a limited supply.
Plus, Iron Man has the distance.
Yeah,
he's got that reach. If Batman gets in close, Tony might have to struggle a bit.
Yeah,
because he's not he's not the best at hand-to-hand combat. Plus, he's going up against Batman, who literally knows every form of hand-to-hand combat.
Tony would be able to keep him from getting close.
Yes. So what if Batman had prep time?
If Batman had prep time?
Like, we'll just give him, 1 day's worth of prep time.
Honestly, even if Batman had prep time, I feel like the fight would be a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wouldn't be as much of a shutout for Batman. But I still think Tony could come out on top.
So how much prep time do you think Batman needs to be able to take down Iron Man?
A couple days, maybe.
Couple days?
Because he needs to understand how the suit works.
Okay.
He needs to be able to analyze Iron Man's suit.
Yeah.
And know, what he can use to disable parts of that.
Yeah.
And so he can get up close to Tony and be able to actually... Because if Batman was able to get close to Iron Man and use hand-to-hand combat, then Batman would have a chance and probably even come out on top there.
Yeah.
But that's if he gets close enough and is able to do hand-to-hand combat. Because he has to get that distance down first.
Yeah, he's got to,
So if he had prep time, 1 day, it could be a closer fight, but Tony would still come out on top.
Okay.
But if Batman was able to get himself close and actually use the hand-to-hand combat, then he would be on top.
Okay.
Well, maybe. He might be on top.
All I know... still be close.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a complete shutout.
Yeah.
It would be close.
Yes. Okay. All right. Next one. Luke Skywalker versus Blade. Oh. Now, I struggled coming up with this one because I was like, oh, Luke, he's got the lightsaber and he's got the Force. So I was trying to think of who's another character that has a one-handed weapon, but I couldn't think of anyone. And I was like, oh, but you know what would be cool? Blade.
Oh, Blade could just kill Luke while he's sleeping.
Okay, and we're talking Luke in his prime.
In his prime. Yeah.
We're not talking early days. No, we're not talking old.
You're talking Return of the Jedi Luke.
Yeah.
In his prime.
Yeah, in his prime. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but Blade, he's a daywalker. He's got he's got his weapons. He's got more than Luke. I mean, sure, Luke has the Force.
Yeah.
And the lightsaber.
But Luke could use the Force to manipulate Blade's mind, probably.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't think so. Because he's part human, part vampire. So I feel like the vampiric abilities would come in, and he could do something crazy with that. I mean, if Blade gets in close enough, he could just bite Luke, but I feel like with Luke's Force powers...
Luke wouldn't let him get close.
He would have, some sort of Force shield around him at all times.
Luke wouldn't let him get close, yeah.
Blade has a lot more weapons. He could probably try and disorient Luke.
He could.
But he'd have to throw everything at once at Luke. And if that fails, then, Blade's done.
Yeah.
But if Blade could distract Luke and get him... confused and disoriented enough, I think Blade could do it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. All right.
I think it could go either way.
It could go either. Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking Blade versus Darth Vader all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Vader.
Yeah.
Star Killer's beating him. Now, Blade could beat Rey.
Well, yeah.
Blade could beat Rey. I even think Blade could beat Kylo.
Blade could beat Kylo.
I think Blade could beat
Kylo.
Kylo
Is no Vader.
Yes. Darth Maul kills everyone though.
Yeah.
All the way, every time.
All right.
Now, Stuart Little versus Remy from Ratatouille. Who's winning? I have my answer.
What's your answer?
Remy's fucking him up, dude.
Yeah.
Look, he's a street rat.
You know what? Now that I think about it,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Stuart has no chance.
Yeah, Stuart literally wears a vest. He reads. Yeah. He's got his little Corvette.
Remy's been on the streets.
Remy from the streets.
Remy knows the streets.
He knows what he's up.
He knows.
You know what he's talking. You know what I'm talking about?
Out here calling Linguini in to fight him. To just step on Stuart.
Now, if Stuart had Snowball the cat, and Remy had his brother, what was his name? The fat one. The fat red one.
I don't remember.
Then it might be tough, because Snowball's rough.
It could be a tough fight.
But I think Remy could take out Snowball.
I think Remy
could 1-2 punch a cat.
I think so.
Yeah.
Remy, yeah.
Yes.
Snowball knows the streets too, but nothing compared to Remy.
Stuart's a little fucking... He's a prissy little asshole. Fuck that kid, right?
He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't last. He wouldn't last.
Stuart ruined his family. Like, ruined the kid's family. He came in... Imagine your mom came into you, right? And
imagine your adoptive brother was a fucking talking mouse.
That's what I was going to say. Imagine your mom comes in and is like, hey, we're going to the adoption agency, and they come back with a little fucking rat, and they give him his own car.
Yeah.
And they let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
And you're just here being like, what the fuck? That's fucked. So,
meanwhile, you still can't drive because you're a child.
Yes. You maybe get a new best friend.
Yeah.
But that's if he turns out to be nice.
Yeah.
Like, imagine they went to the adoption agency and brought home Remy. Do you think they'd still be friends? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Remy would try to get in the mom's pants because he can cook.
Oh, yeah.
He'd cook up a nice fancy dinner, and the mom would be like, oh, crawl up inside me.
And then Papa Little is out.
Oh, yeah. He's
Dr. House?
Then
out.
he's on the streets.
Yeah.
Then he becomes Dr. House. We figured it out.
Shut up!
This is it, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right, last one to end the episode is one that you came up with last night.
It is.
Morpheus versus Edward Norton, but from Fight Club.
So here's the advantage that Edward Norton has. He's got Tyler Durden in his mind. Considering, spoiler for Fight Club, considering they're the same person.
Yes, but also in Fight Club we realized that Brad Pitt is actually not real.
That's what I just said.
So Edward Norton is just doing these weird things to himself.
Yes, but he can fight.
Can he?
But you're talking about Morpheus here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking some schmuck from the city that's got.
You're talking about Remy if he was a human.
Yeah, that's got fucking personality disorder.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about Morpheus.
Yeah.
Fucking Morpheus.
Yeah.
There's no chance.
Yeah, Morpheus.
There's no chance for Ed Norton in that.
Morpheus has got that.
Yeah.
Because even with the little bit
Morpheus
of stuff...
knows Kung Fu.
Yeah, even with the little bit we see Morpheus do in the Matrix movies...
Yeah.
I think Morpheus still got it.
Oh, he's got it.
Because Morpheus is holding back the whole time. You can tell. He's got that dog in him.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
That's such a good scene. But yeah, that's a...
Yeah, so I think Morpheus has it.
Yeah. Now, of everyone we talked about, who's winning in a fight? So it's Iron Man versus Batman, Luke.
So everybody fighting each other?
Yeah, everyone that we spoke about. So it's Toothless and Smaug, Jake Long, Danny Phantom, Iron Man, Batman, Blade, Luke, Morpheus, and Ed Norton from Fight Club, and Remy and Stuart Little from...
Well, let me see that list. I can tell you who's out first. Jake Long's out first.
Yeah, Jake Long is out first.
Jake Long is gone. Jake Long and Stuart Little are gone first.
Yeah. Even Remy.
And Remy and
Remy and Ed Norton. They're all gone. So it's up to Morpheus, Luke, Blade, Batman, Iron Man, Danny, Smaug, and Toothless.
I think then Danny would be next.
Okay.
Batman.
I think Batman takes out Smaug before Batman.
You think Batman takes out Smaug? Okay.
Yeah. I think Batman and Iron Man eventually will form a truce a little bit to take out Smaug, and then after that, Iron Man will kill Batman.
Yeah, so Smaug first, and then Batman.
Yeah, and then I think Luke force chokes Toothless. As horrible
Luke force choke. Yeah.
As terrible as that sounds.
Yeah.
And I hate the image. I think Luke.
I don't think Toothless would make it far, but he wouldn't make it out.
And then Blade's out, I think.
Yeah,
because I think Blade's the one that takes out Jake.
These two could team up.
Yeah, Tony and Luke would team up.
These two could team up and take out Blade.
So then it's Iron Man, Luke, and Morpheus left.
Iron Man would be first.
Yeah, Iron Man's out. And then Luke and Morpheus? That's a baller fight. I don't know.
This is really
Depending on how much damage each of them took, it could go either way. Like, if if Batman and Iron Man teamed up against Luke, and Luke took damage, Morpheus wins.
Yeah.
But you
got to remember, Luke in his prime was still vulnerable.
Yeah.
Morpheus has been doing this for a very long time.
That's true.
And even when he's hurting, he's still pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how long it took him before he was done fighting Smith in that scene in The Matrix.
Yeah.
I mean, he got destroyed by Smith and yet still got up and fight.
So are we giving it to Morpheus? Does Morpheus kill
I would
Luke?
honestly give it to Morpheus.
I think so.
I would give it to Morpheus.
I think, in my opinion, Danny Phantom...
It would be close with these two.
Oh, yeah.
But Morpheus would be able to get Luke because Luke is a little more vulnerable.
Yeah. And the fight wouldn't be a couple hours. The fight would go on for like a week.
Especially after Luke's taken all the damage from Iron Man.
I think Danny Phantom lasts a little bit longer than you gave him. But,
okay.
But I think I pretty much agree. I think Morpheus would kick all of their ass.
I think Morpheus would destroy them all, yes.
Yeah. Because I also think Morpheus has the thought process.
But Morpheus wouldn't have to take out everybody. Everybody took out each other.
And Morpheus and Luke were left. Because I think Morpheus is smart enough to know, hey, I'm going to back off the fights I don't win.
He would hold back for some of these.
Mm-hmm.
And then use his full potential to fight Luke.
To fight Luke, and he would win. Because we know Luke in his prime, he was young, he was cocky. Yeah. He went in, he would rush in and fight everybody. Yep. So he would be tired. And
Luke would be tired and vulnerable.
Yes, and then Morpheus would come in and sweep up the crumbs.
Yeah. Morpheus wouldn't use his full potential.
Morpheus is OP confirmed on the podcast.
Morpheus drinking a 40 in a death basket. Ah!
So Morpheus wins. That's it. Sound off in the comments. Please, but don't. But yeah, so that we can wrap this episode up then.
We can wrap this one up. Yeah.
I think this was a good episode.
I think so too.
I'm feeling good about this one.
Yes.
The death battle I think was fun. We'll definitely do more of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you guys thought. What you guys think about Agatha? What do you think about our matchups, our verses? Let us know if you liked the transplanting scenes, even though it was our first one, so it's gonna get better over time.
Yeah.
Give us ideas for transplanting scenes. Even if you guys send in recommendations give us a scene from a movie, and then the character or characters have to be from a separate movie. And then me and Josh will perform that scene as those characters for you on the podcast. Like I said earlier, the DMs to the Fongi Corporation Instagram are open, or you can email us any of your comments, questions, or concerns at THEFONGY corporation@gmail.com, and we will get back to you when we get back to you.
We'll be back. See you next week.
Yeah, next week it is.
So,
hey,
that's it.
Same time next week.
Same time, same channel.
Same shit, different day.
Urahara-hiri.
Bingangrahuti.
Well, that does it for this one.
And we're out.
See ya.
Have a good one.